Howdy. So as you can imagine, with such a popular surfing spot, you will have plenty of Western-based, Western-oriented businesses around, and that's the case with this place. So right here, I'm at the spot which is called Taprobane Island, and the name comes from the actual island. I'll show you in a couple of seconds. There's a public bathroom, a couple of places for drinks and juice, plenty of tuk-tuk drivers that get you around, and yeah, this spot, if you want to look on a map, is just in front of the lock tower. Whatever it is, looks close anyway. Yeah, so it appears that a crew from Weligama just arrived. These guys are pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, I'll show you the setup. Hey dudes! Weligama surf, yeah? They're the best. I know. Yeah, there's another school here, Island Surf School, surf lesson. Some cool graffiti. And howdy.
Hey.
Yeah, let's go to the spot. The reason for this video, to be honest, is to show the spot. That's the reason alone. Pretty much, yeah. Why I'm doing it is because most people will tell you South of Sri Lanka, and by south I mean actual south. Ikaruga is not south, southwest. Most people would tell you that South Coast season lasts from, let's say, mid of November till mid of March, maybe April. Then you have to go to Weligama Bay, which is not really the case. Oh, the surfers got carried away. Yeah, there's some schools, some surfers are warming up here. I just want to show you. Okay, so yeah, the thing is that maybe that used to be the case for a long while. The so-called Yala monsoon season, so-called this other monsoon from the east. So basically that's the case, but you know, with the whole global weather patterns switching right now, changing, it's not the case anymore, and certainly hasn't been the case last year when I was here and this year when I'm here. The thing is that it hasn't rained here at all in May. I mean, just like 1-2 hours a day. So I am pretty sure that this year, I mean, right now there's plenty of people in the water, but September, August are looking pretty good. Solid swell just arrived, and it's gonna stay with us for a week. It's a long period swell also. So yeah, the reason for this video is to show you the Taprobane Island, which is a part of Weligama Bay, and as you can imagine, with such an extensive, like such a long bay, which is 4 miles across, you just don't have one spot, you have plenty of them. So most people would go in front of the Marriott, most of the schools are located there, and by that I mean, you know, 10 years ago there were none, now there are 50. So a few years ago there were only 20, so this is pretty much showing how the surfing industry is developing here, which is a good thing, but also I think at some point there's just going to be too many of them. Maybe that's the case right now. Anyway, Weligama Bay is really hard to overestimate the amazing setup this place has. You know, this, if it's not the best place to learn how to surf, it's certainly one of the best places how to surf in the world. The water's warm, 29 degrees all year round. The weather's amazing, apart from the mid-May, mid-October, mid-November, where you can have this 2-week period where it's raining most of the time. Apart from that, the actual season, November to April, including April, but right now, I'm recording it's end of July. I'm here, waves are pumping. It's not really a secret spot, but yesterday I paddled to a place which is maybe like 700 yards from here, and the waves are really massive. The swell from the south, right, 16-17 seconds, and it was quite massive. Actually, the current took me to the spot. I was quite worried, you know. After sunset, it gets really dark here. So yeah, the place I'm gonna show you, and maybe enough of my face, it's called Taprobane Island. So let's have a look. Okay, some other school guys. So these guys we saw a moment ago were from Kima Surf, which is a quite renowned surf school here. The other one's Surfer. It's actually called Surfer. Cool name, yeah? And these guys are from Solid Surf. See that, which is cool. That's Taprobane Island. That's some random surfers warming up. I'm just gonna hide my flip-flops. Bought this local brand, really recommend them. They called Waves. Okay, and they're quite inexpensive. Okay, so yeah, we had a proper swell here, and for those who don't surf yet, swell is when the ocean actually have waves. Let's just call it that. Right here in Sri Lanka, like I said, it's really hard to overestimate the location. We're in the south coast of Sri Lanka, so any swell coming from south, southwest, southeast is hitting this coast from different direction. And this spot I'm here is renowned for the one reason, not only this one reason, but this one reason is that it works really good in off-season. So it's not the only spot around. Obviously there's tens of spots within 10 miles each direction. But Taprobane Island, which is this island, is a place that, it's a private island, by the way. Somebody lives there. There was a rumor, there was like a famous English writer living here in 19th century and 20th century, or maybe even like later, but I mean, not the same writer, but just like a family. But yeah, it's a private island, but I did some research, but I couldn't really like confirm for sure who owns it. Anyway, it must be really cool to live there, and there's these ropes here. I don't know if you see them, because I'm recording it on the phone. It's a little cracked, unfortunately. Yeah, so those ropes, I think they help get to the island when you're like on a boat, or maybe they use them to deliver goods. I'm not sure. Anyway, Taprobane Island is on the north side of Weligama Bay, which, like I said, is a 4 miles across. It's a huge place with plenty of different breaks, mostly beach breaks, but at Taprobane you have different setup. At the north part of Weligama Bay, you have it's still called Weligama, you will have a fishing port. And at the south point of Weligama Bay, you also have a fishing port. This one is called Mirisa. It's one of the most renowned and coolest surfing town, resort towns in the south of Sri Lanka. I did cover that place in other video in English, showing you the temple and the beach. And basically what's maybe Mirisa is the biggest fishing port in harbor in Sri Lanka. So it shows you how rich and plentiful these waters are. And just as much as Mirisa, all the places here can arrange for a whale watching, dolphin watching trips, just as much as you know, turtle watching trips to the beach. But you know, with the whales, obviously you have to go pretty nice away. That's the migration patterns of most whales and dolphins. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There's plenty to do if you're outdoorsy. Obviously, there's no cinema, so theaters in here. It's that kind of thing. But I hope you're not. Yeah, so back to surfing. Taprobane Island. You'll warm up here. You have the island. And the thing I noticed just very recently, 1 month ago, you know, I'm a newcomer here. I've only been here just over a year. I mean, a few visits. So what's Taprobane Island, I noticed a month ago, most people, most of the days it works on the left from the island. So from the swell direction will be right side of the island, but from our perspective, from the beach side, to the left. So you have a right-hander wave. It's pretty good. Today maybe not as good as the where the direction of the swell was slightly different. But there's, I think, around 20 people in the water, and it's a good spot for your first surfing lesson, and also for progressing, and even the intermediate can enjoy it. But what I noticed 1 month ago is actually pretty cool. What I noticed a month ago is that when the swell is big enough, and this swell is big enough, you have a left-hander here, which is perfect for long boarders and also short boarders. I'll try to show you this. No, it's not gonna work, but yeah, just you'll have to take my word for it. And just believe me that, yeah, this wave's pretty good. I'm actually surprised no one's surfing here, but last time I was here, it's actually, there's been a big group of people catching the rides here. There's this, let's say, beginner spot, right left side of the Taprobane Island, and there were like 2 or 3 local longboard surfers. Really good, and there was a photographer taking some footage because yeah, the conditions were really good. Harbor, north side of Weligama Bay, Taprobane Island, left and right. Let's go to the spot. Now we're gonna go in the water. I'm just waiting on delivery of a new phone, and that's a good camera. Just find a nice coral here. Okay. So my surfing story was, maybe I'll just share a little bit of information about it. My surfing story was was quite long, but I wasn't lucky enough to be born on the ocean coast, and I first had a chance to actually go to a place with proper ocean swell, ocean, you know, surfing, and get a board, get a lesson when I was 32. Most of my life I struggled with let's say I was quite fit when I was a teenager. Then, you know, university years, I studied very hard. You know, I didn't really like, I didn't catch on quick, let me just say. And it's been a few years later, and even though I'm not a good surfer, I just love it, you know, and always knew I have to end up living on the ocean. Hence my website, you know, 1 month's missions for surfing. I mean, it's sort of a blog, yeah. Yeah, my life's been a kind of a one-man mission for surfing, and here I am. Ended up here. Who knows how much time we do have left? Even if I die tomorrow, I'll die a happy man. But that's let's just enjoy the moment. So yeah, I wanted to tell you about the places I visited. So I've been to France during the Quicksilver Pro a few times. First time I went surfing was Portugal. I also lived in Canary Islands briefly, in Tenerife and Gran Canaria. And I had a chance to spend some time in Africa, in Morocco, in different places, but mostly Tagazu. From all those places, if you wanna start your adventure with surfing, I would recommend. If you're European, you might of course go to Portugal, Spain, Canary Islands, France. Yeah, those other places. You can surf in Ireland, but if you want warm water, I would say Canary Islands, you know. And from Canary Islands, I would say Famara Beach and Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, which is my city where I left my heart in. Tenerife's also decent. Water temperature around 20, sometimes goes down to 19. If you want a real tropical water, ocean temperatures, invest a little bit more money in a ticket to Asia, fly to Sri Lanka, and with the prices here, you'll be able to save money on accommodation and you know, food expenditures and all that. So that should level itself with the higher price of tickets, you know, to get here. But obviously that's your choice. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you like warm water, you don't like wetsuits, or it's not big wetsuits. Like I lived in Scotland. Yeah, I forgot about Scotland. I surfed in Scotland to caught my first wave there. Yeah. So so if you really want warm water, Sri Lanka, you know, or Bali or Mentawais, but my heart is in Sri Lanka. I'll be talking about Sri Lanka. We're not in Bali. So yeah, so here's my little surfing story. Go back to the beach. Let's go back to the beach. There's some new arrivals. I think the spot's getting pretty crowded. I myself had a I paddled yesterday. I have a slight ear infection, and but even though I had that, I knew it might get worse. I knew I'm gonna regret if I don't at least paddle. So I went to this really cool spot yesterday, just before sunset. I mean, like 2 hours before sunset. So I'm not surfing today. I want to heal my ear infection. You know, when you're in the ocean a long time, it's pretty common. As common as you know, most of you will know, but some of you, if you just wanted to start your surfing adventure surfing, you know, this thing is called surfer's ear, so it's as common that it got named surfer's ear. Looks like the tide here is like mid-tide. So let's see the spot. Not surfing today, so I took this opportunity to actually go to the spot and show it to you. I have quite a few films that I'm preparing, but you know, electronic devices in the ocean environment, you know, they tend to wear out quite quickly, you know, and I had a whole setup, but you know, I live too close to the ocean, actually, like first line of buildings, and yeah, I'll have to just replace most of my electronics, apart from the phone I'm recording, you know. So yeah, I was planning for this film to be around 5 minutes, It's 20 minutes already, so quite a spontaneous video. Just wanna end up showing you the nice boats here, and that'll be pretty much it. Yeah, Weligama Bay, guys. Check it out. If you're interested in that kind of thing, check out my surfing blog, One Man's Mission for Surfing. I'm trying to build a life here after so many years of trying to do the right thing and not being able to surf. So yeah, Weligama Bay. Come and check it out yourselves. And trust your destiny.